We've all experienced it. You share an ambition, and almost immediately, someone explains exactly why it's impossible. This diagram represents a biological baseline. We naturally seek group consensus to validate our choices. When that consensus is negative, it registers as a threat. The weight of societal doubt acts as a physical barrier, making difficult goals feel heavy. To achieve something outside the ordinary, you have to break this loop. You have to learn how to operate without that external green light. Take the case of a boy named Arav. He lived in a village where opportunity was scarce, and the atmosphere was heavy with tradition. He had no financial safety net, no influential mentors, and no clear path out. His community didn't just doubt him, they actively predicted his failure. To them, his ambition was a break from reality, and they told him so, constantly. He spent his days in the fields, working through physical hunger and exhaustion. But despite the physical toll, he kept a stubborn internal grip on his books. When both your physical environment and every person you know tell you that you will fail, the pressure to simply give up becomes almost mechanical. Arav's life was defined by friction. Every morning began with hours of agricultural labor, draining his physical battery before he could even look at a page. Education was a scavenger hunt. He couldn't afford books, so he spent his limited free time negotiating for borrowed copies. His real work began at night. He studied under a flickering bulb, fighting sleep as moving shadows crossed his borrowed textbooks. Even with this effort, he was vulnerable. He was still waiting for some sign, some external proof that his struggle actually meant something. Raw willpower can only carry you so far. Without a way to filter out the constant noise of the village, the fatigue eventually starts to feel like a confirmation of their doubt. The shift began when a high-ranking official visited the village. To Arav, this man was proof that the world he wanted to join actually existed. Arav asked him a question born of his own insecurity. Can someone like me actually reach a position like yours? The official didn't offer money or a job. He told Arav that if he believed in his own ability to change his circumstances, the only thing that could truly stop him was his own fear. In our model, this is the point where the arrows lose their grip. Arav began the slow process of moving his focus from what the village thought to what he was actually doing. It wasn't an instant change. It took years of silent, lonely work. He had to choose, day after day, to listen to his own progress rather than the neighbors' predictions. Real change doesn't require a sudden windfall of resources. It starts when you stop using the crowd's opinion as a compass for your own potential. Fast forward through the years of exams and training, and the material reality of his life finally caught up to his internal belief. Arav eventually returned to his village. He was wearing the same uniform as the man who had spoken to him years before. The reaction was immediate. The same people who once laughed at his books were now lined up, claiming they had always seen his potential. It's a recurring irony. The crowd doesn't predict success, they just react to it. Their opinion is a lagging indicator of what you've already done. Seeking the crowd's approval is a waste of time, because they only applaud once the difficult, unglamorous work is already finished. Arav simply smiled. He knew their praise was just as fleeting and unreliable as the doubt they had offered him years earlier. When you are underestimated, don't spend your energy arguing. Every minute spent trying to prove them wrong is a minute taken away from the work that will actually do it. Significant goals are not talked into existence. They are built through thousands of small, silent actions that nobody sees. The ability to keep going isn't a gift from the world. It's a strength you build every time you choose to listen to your own inner voice over the noise of the world.